So against the month of August, we will be discussing few of the news and development. In the month of June and July, there were development related to the presidential and vice presidential election, and Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar elected as 14th Vice President of India, and President Draupadi Murmu administered the whole oath of office to Mr. Dhankar at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This was the development. And next one is that Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment launched SMILE, support for marginalized individual for livelihood and enterprise initiative in Delhi. The initiative aims to make cities, towns, municipal areas begging free. So the SMILE initiative or the scheme is basically to make or to support people sustaining their life through begging. It also makes a strategy for comprehensive rehabilitation of person engaged in the act of begging through the coordinated action of various stakeholders. The ministry allocated budget also, and ministry envisions to develop support mechanism for holistic rehabilitation for those engaged in act of begging, building an India where no person is forced to beg in order to survive and fulfill their basic needs. Thereafter, Lok Sabha passed National Anti-Doping Bill in this very month. It became Act, and bill also proposed to establish the National Board for Anti-Doping in Sports. The board will overtake activities of NADA, National Anti-Doping Agency, and issue the directions to this intent. It will comprise a person and two members who will be appointed by central government. National Doping Testing Laboratory will be deemed to be the principal doping testing laboratory. The center may establish more national doping test laboratory as well, and bill will also support UNESCO International Convention against doping in sports. The bill prohibits athletes and athlete support personnel and other persons from getting involved in any doping activity. Next development, the world's highest railway bridge, Chenab Railway Bridge, has been inaugurated. This is the highest railway bridge in the world across the Chenab River. ये ध्यान रखिएगा. After the over-arc deck of the tallest single arc railway bridge over the river Chenab, Srinagar. ये श्रीनगर में है. Compared to Eiffel Tower, the bridge will be 35 meters taller than Eiffel Tower. In addition to Chenab Bridge, Afcons is constructing another railway bridge for Konkan Railways Corporation Limited. So the Afcon is involved in the construction of Chenab Bridge in the treacherous terrain of Jammu and Kashmir. Thereafter, Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla Rail Link USBRL project include all these bridges. Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla Rail Link project includes all these bridges, and the number of bridges are 16. Indian Railways longest freight train, Super Vasuki and Indian Railways newest train underwent a test run. The Indian Railways Southeast Central Railway Zone runs the Super Vasuki and Thrissur. Two record-breaking long-distance freight trains were run by the SECR last year. 2.8 kilometer Cessna train came before them. 5 cargo trains were combined into one unit to create Super Vasuki. The freight train has the length of 3.5 kilometers. So this is an unusually long length of the train. So these are the other features of that train. The train took 11.2 hours to cover the distance of 267 kilometers. Next, in industry and trade, Private players can use drones for delivery purposes in accordance with drone rules. 2021 provisional list for 23 PLI beneficiaries released on 6th July 2022. Drones offer tremendous benefit to almost all sectors of economy. These include agriculture, vaccine delivery, surveillance, search and rescue, transportation, mapping, defense, law enforcement, to name a few. Government is utilizing the services of drone service providers for vaccine delivery, inspection of oil pipelines and power transmission lines, anti-locust operations, agriculture spraying, survey mines, and land mapping under Swamitwa scheme for issuance of digital property cards. Many of these have been in remote areas of the country. In September 2021, government notified production-linked incentive schemes to promote growth of drone manufacturing by private companies. So since it's a hardware-based, software-based gadget, that is why production link is incentive schemes are applicable on drone manufacturing. Next, pharma companies manufacturing generic medicine. Manufacturing license for generic drugs and new drugs are granted by various state drug controllers and drug controllers of India, respectively. A common list of all such manufacturers of generic drugs in private sector is not maintained by Department of Pharmaceuticals. Thereafter, steps taken for increasing exports through e-commerce. Government has implemented several legislative and policy measures for e-commerce, keeping in mind the retailers. Some of these measures are FDI policy, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, Consumer Protection E-commerce Rule 2020, Consumer Protection Act 2019, Competition Act 2002, and Goods and Services Act 2017. These are few of the acts which has been taken to to create some policy measures for e-commerce and to protect somehow the retailers also. Government has also taken following steps for increasing exports through e-commerce. Thereafter comes Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. He said India now ranks third in the startup ecosystem in terms of number of unicorns in the world. During this month, the number of unicorns were found to be 105, out of which 44 were born in 2021 and 19 in 2022, delivering the keynote address. He said the country's startup today are not limited to only metros or big cities, as 49% of startups are from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. This is the point of differences. Now comes the business banking or finance or economy banking or finance. Collection of information related to passenger name record. In order to provide a defined framework for collection of specified details related to international passenger traveling by air, PNR information regulation were notified on 8th August 2022. These regulations are meant to enhance detection, interdiction, and investigative capabilities of custom authorities using non-intrusive techniques for combating offenses related to smuggling of contraband, such as narcotics, psychotropic substances, gold, arms and ammunition, etc., that directly impact national security. Thereafter, sovereign gold bond scheme 2022-2023 issue price in terms of Government of India notified the date of 15th June. Several sovereign gold bonds series 2 will be open for subscription during the period of August 2022-2026 to August 2022 to 2026-2022. with the settlement date of 30th August. Basically, sovereign gold bonds are government related securities. Auction of sale, reissue of 7.38% GS 2027, government of FRB 2028. These are few of the government securities which were issued for sale. Government of India has announced the sale or reissue of its government securities to raise the fund. Basically, important line against that. That government security related details I in general discuss in static part of Indian economy. तो अभी इतना ध्यान रखिए, गवर्नमेंट जो है ये गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज रीइश्यू करी है या बेची है, जिससे गवर्नमेंट फर्दर फंड जो है वो डेवलपमेंट के लिए या जो गवर्नमेंट के प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं उनके लिए इश्यू कर सके, या कई बार इन्फ्लेशन में को कर्व करने के लिए भी यूज करती है. फिस्कल डेफिसिट reached 21% during the April and June quarter. 21% राजकोषीय घाटा बढ़ गया. Central's fiscal deficit reached 21% during April-June quarter of the current fiscal year. Fiscal deficit stood at 18% during the corresponding period of last fiscal. What is fiscal deficit? The definition: the difference between total revenue and total expenditure of the government is termed as fiscal deficit. It is an indication of total borrowings needed by the government. While calculating the total revenue, borrowings are not included. So fiscal deficit is basically deficit means आप कह सकते हो कि कमी या घाटा. फिस्कल मीन्स राजकोषीय. तो सरकारी खजाने में जो अर्निंग है और जो खर्चा है, सरकार की कमाई किसी भी माध्यम से, जो मैंने आपको बताया था, और बाकी जिन माध्यम से सरकार खर्च करती है, स्कीम्स, मिशंस एंड ऑल अदर सब्सिडीज रिलेटेड, उसका जो डिफरेंस है, दैट क्रिएट्स अ फिस्कल डेफिसिट. नाउ इन आर्ट एंड कल्चर, गवर्नमेंट टू सेट अप इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हेरिटेज एज डीम्ड टू बी यूनिवर्सिटी. इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हेरिटेज, गौतम बुद्ध नगर, उत्तर प्रदेश, awarded institution deemed to be universities. Thereafter, Ministry of Culture released third comic book on the stories of 20 tribal freedom fighters. Third comic book on 2nd August at Tiranga Utsav celebration in New Delhi. This collection of stories recalls the sacrifice of some of the bravest men and women who inspired their tribe and gave their life to fight British rule. This comic book was released in collaboration with Amar Chitrakatha to create awareness among youth and children. The first ACK comic book, Amar Chitrakatha comic book on India's 20 women unsung heroes, and second comic book on the stories of 15 women elected to the Constituent Assembly has been released earlier. Thereafter comes science and technology. Big relief for livestock. Agriculture Ministry launched the indigenous vaccine for lumpy skin disease. Livestock along with human resource, the biggest asset for the country. Vaccine made by National Equine Research Center in collaboration with Indian Veterinary Research Institute, providing a big relief to the livestock of the country. Vaccine has been developed by National Equine Research Center, Hisar, Haryana, in collaboration with Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Ijatnagar, Bareilly. इस डिजीज के बारे में आप लोगों ने सुना भी होगा, उस टाइम पर ये न्यूज में रही थी. Union Minister of State in Science and Technology unveiled India's first saline water lantern. Lanterns को बोल देते हैं वैसे. Lantern. इसको लालटेन या बोलियो ज्यादा बेहतर. Lantern, which uses sea water for power and specially designed LED lamps, light emitting diode lamps. Minister visited Sagar Anvesika, a coastal research vessel operated and used by National Institute of Ocean Technology, Chennai. Saline water lantern will bring ease of living to the fishing community living along the 7,500 kilometer long coastline of India. This much is the length of the coastline of India. Next development in science and technology, digitizing Panchayat office. Panchayat being the state subject, Panchayat state का subject है, union का subject नहीं है, provides computer to panchayats. Providing computers for panchayat is primarily the responsibility of state, union territory. However, the ministry under the scheme of Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan supplemented the efforts of all states by providing computers for panchayats as proposed by states and union territories in their annual action plan. Under Digital India program, Ministry is implementing e-Panchayat Mission Mode project, MMP, with the aim to transform the functioning of Panchayati Raj institutions, PRIs, making them more transparent, accountable, and effective. Ministry launched e-Gram Swaraj, a work-based accounting application for Panchayat Raj institution under e-Panchayat Mission Mode project on 24th April 2020. Under e-Panchayat Mission Mode projects, funds are being provided to National Informatics Centers services for central level support for maintenance of e-Panchayat applications. Thereafter, ecology, environment and climate. इस month में क्या हुआ? Prime Minister expressed happiness for after 10 more wetlands designated as Ramsar sites in the country. Ramsar sites, especially wetlands के लिए wetlands को record करती है basically. Every environment lover will feel that 10 more wetlands in India have been designated Ramsar sites. Ramsar list aims at developing and maintaining an international network of wetlands, which are important for conservation of global biological diversity and for sustaining human life through the maintenance of their ecosystem components, processes, and benefits. New wetlands which have been bagged the coveted tag are Kunthakulam Bird Sanctuary, Gulf or Mannar Marine Biosphere Reserve, Vambanur Wetland Complex, Veloder Bird Sanctuary, Vedanthangal Bird Sanctuary, Udyamardantapuram Bird Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu, Satkosia George in Odisha, Nanda Lake in Goa, Rangathitu Bird Sanctuary in Karnataka, Sirpur Wetland in Madhya Pradesh. Need not to retain the name, but somehow a general idea has been there that there are lots of wetlands in South India also, which are under the Ramsar site list. Union Minister of Environment launched Indian Virtual Herbarium Portal. Country's largest online herbarium database. The portal has been developed by Botanical Survey of India under the framework of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The portal aims to provide complete information on herbarium specimens about the floral diversity of India and other countries stored in the cabinet of herbarium building through online access. At present, digital herbarium of the Botanical Survey of India has 4 categories: cryptogram, type specimen, cryptograms general specimen, phanerogram type specimens, and phanerogram general specimens. What is herbarium? Herbarium is a collection of plant samples with associated data preserved for a long-term study. Next development in sports and games. Prime Minister congratulated judo player Tulika Man for winning silver medal in Birmingham Commonwealth Games 2022. Also congratulated Saurav Ghosal for winning bronze medal. Squash player, she is a judo player. PM congratulates Lovepreet Singh, bronze medal in weightlifting. Mirabai Chanu in weightlifting. Bindya Rani Devi won the fourth medal for India in weightlifting. And Tejasvi Shankar wins India's first high jump medal. First Khelo India Women's Judo Tournament to start at Asia East Center, Guwahati from August 27. इसका लोगो पे के बारे में बताओगे? इसका लोगो खेलो इंडिया का क्या कुछ रिलीज किया था? उसका नाम था कुछ, याद आ रहा है कुछ आप लोगों को? मैस्कोट और लोगो भी? हितांशी, प्रवर्तन, सेरेना, अनुष्का, शशांक, खनक, याद आ रहा है कुछ? धाकड़ के नाम से याद रखिएगा. इंडिया बीट्स बांग्लादेश to clinch SAFF South Asian Football Federation Under-20 Championship. Indian team captain was Sivajit Singh Lempokam. Nikhat Jareen and Sarat Kamal, India's flag bearer at the closing ceremony of Commonwealth Games. तो कॉमनवेल्थ की क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी में निखत जरीन और शरद कमल ने फ्लैग बेयरिंग करी थी. Kieron Pollard became first cricketer to play 600 T20 matches. This was the development in the against the sports and games. In the agreement and memorandum of understanding, partnership between ICRI SET and ICAR for water management. ICAR and ICRI SET collaborative work plan includes 3 research projects. Major focus of one of these projects is genetic improvement in the green legumes, gram, arrowroot, and groundnut, and dryland cereals like jowar, bajra, and ragi for enhancing their productivity potential and adaptation and quality traits. The ICRI SAT works with several ICAR institutes for possible collaboration to improve the productivity for dry land through application of science-based rainwater harvesting and management technologies. In schemes and policies, government schemes raises farmers' income. The government implements several development programs, schemes, reforms, and policies for welfare of farmers by modernizing and rationalizing use of inputs so as to decrease cost, increase crop production, remunerative returns, income support, which have been able to augment income of farmers directly or indirectly. These include supplementary income transfer under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana for providing old age pension, crop insurance Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, increase in the minimum support price of all Kharif and Rabi crops, soil health card for rationalizing the use of fertilizers, per drop more crop initiatives through and sprinkler irrigation for optimal utilization of water, reducing cost of inputs and increasing productivity. Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana for promoting organic farming. E-NAM initiative, National Agriculture Market Initiative, National Agriculture Market Initiative for transparent and competitive online trading platform. Agroforestry through Har Mode Per Paid for additional income. National Bamboo Mission to promote bamboo plantation on non-forest government as well as private land. New procurement policy under Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan, PM ASA. Beekeeping under the mission for integrated development of horticulture to increase productivity of crops through pollination and increase the honey production as an additional source of income. Ensuring flow of adequate institutional agriculture credit and benefits of interest subvention. Kisan credit card, offering production loan to even dairy and fishery farmers besides agriculture crops. Better access to irrigation under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Formation and promotion of 10,000 farmer produce organizations. Farmers produce organizations. Special attention for creation of infrastructure through Agri Infrastructure Fund. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, which aims to evolve and implement strategies to make Indian agriculture more resilient to changing climate. Focus on adoption of digital technology at all stages of agriculture value chain. Adoption of drone technology in agriculture, which has potential to revolutionize the Indian agriculture. This is a very comprehensive detail related to the government schemes that contribute to raise the income of farmers. And this is the further detail which you can read to support if you want to write something, or if you want to say something related to the welfare of the farmers and the measures taken for the welfare of farmers. Formation of PUs. This is the extension of above information. Farmer Producers Organization. Government of India launched Central Sector Scheme for formation and promotion of 10,000 FPOs in the year 2020 with this much of budget. So please, you just read that. This is the very relevant information related to the development in the rural sector and what kind of measures implemented by the government. 2,177 FPOs on board E-NAM trading module. तो 2177 फार्मर प्रोड्यूस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को ई-नाम ट्रेडिंग मॉड्यूल पर लाया गया. नेशनल एग्रीकल्चर मार्केट एक ऑनलाइन मंडी है जहां पर किसान जाकर के अपने प्रोड्यूस को लिस्ट कर सकते हैं और बेच सकते हैं. ये पूरा डिटेल में एक ऐसे टाइप है, इसको आप जरूर पढ़ लीजिएगा. I intentionally kept that here. Now, digital technology in agriculture. This is again also the extension to that particular information. Digital technology in agriculture. Government has taken various initiatives to give a push to digital agriculture in the country, which are given below. Government has finalized the core concept of this India Digital Ecosystem in Agriculture Framework, which would lay down the architecture of federated farmers database. Please read that. It will be better to read by your own. And the development happened with that of the rural development in mind. One nation, one ration card. India's agriculture export. Non-basmati rice, sugar, wheat, other cereals, molasses, and raw cotton is the biggest gainer in agri-export basket in the last 3 years, Under the One Nation, One Ration Card, beneficiaries covered under the National Food Security 2023 NFSA Act can get their quota for subsidized food grains from any electronic point of sale device enabled fair price shop of their choice by using their existing ration card with biometric authentication. तो ये सारी चीजें जो जो जिसको हम बोलते हैं पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम, जहां पर पॉइंट ऑफ सेल डिवाइसेस लगा दी गई हैं, वहां से कोई भी व्यक्ति अपने राशन कार्ड को देकर के देश में कहीं भी किसी भी टाइम राशन जो है वो ले सकता है. दैट हैज बीन इंश्योर्ड अंडर द नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट 2013. Thereafter comes appointments and resignation. Sri Praveen Kumar Srivastav and Sri Arvind Kumar took oath as Vigilance Commissioner. And who is the Central Vigilance CVC? Central Vigilance Commissioner is Sri Suresh N. Patel. ये आपको याद रखना है, और ये डिप्टी है. Basically, Sri Praveen Kumar Srivastav and Sri Arvind Kumar are deputy vigilance commissioners. Government appointed Mr. Suresh N. Patel as CVC, Central Vigilance Commission. CJI N.V. Ramanna recommends Justice Uday Umesh Lalit as his successor. उस टाइम पर, हालांकि अब CJI चेंज हो गए हैं, बट जिस मंथ में ये काफी कम ड्यूरेशन तक रहने वाले चीफ जस्टिस रहे हैं. अभी 1-2 दिन पहले इनके लिए इनके ऊपर कुछ एक रिपोर्ट भी आई है चीफ जस्टिस यूयू ललित के ऊपर. क्या रिपोर्ट है, कुछ देखिए आपने वो? कुछ पढ़ा है? न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहे हो आजकल? प्रवर्तन खनक, एम आई ऑडिबल? शशांक, सेरेना, अनुष्का, आर यू देयर? सो तो नहीं जाते क्लास में? कोई आवाज नहीं. Now indices, ranks and reports. India ranks globally third in the startup ecosystem and in terms of the number of unicorns. ये मैंने पहले भी कवर कर दिया है. Basically ranks and reports के basis पर है. Health Effect Institute HEI released air quality and health in cities. As per report, bigger cities and urban areas of the world are witnessing the worst air quality on the earth. Main focus is on two harmful pollutants, fine particulate matter PM 2.5 and nitrogen oxide. PM 2.5 level, Delhi and Kolkata were ranked first and second in the top 10 most polluted cities, and PM 2.5 level were when particulated matter 2.5 were compared. And now NO2 level, no Indian city appeared in the list of top 10 or even top 20 polluted cities when NO2 level were compared. The list saw Shanghai at the top of an average annual exposure of 41 microgram per cubic meter as particulated matter. Now, next, days and events. National Sports Day is celebrated on 29th August. Pay tribute to Major Dhyan Chand. Thereafter, 12th August is the World Elephant Day. National Small Industries Day is celebrated on 30th August. Now, summits and conferences. Union Finance and Agriculture Minister and Karnataka CM addressed Millet Conclave in Raichur. Thereafter, next, one-day national conference happened for rural cooperative banks in Delhi. The conference is being organized by Ministry of Cooperation and National Federation of State Cooperative Banks, NAFS-COB. बुक्स एंड ऑथर्स ये मैं आपसे डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ अगस्त मंथ तक का। उसके पर्सन न्यूज को देखते हैं। अन्ना मनी, known as the weather woman of India, was the Indian physicist, India's one of the best scientists. Anna Mani did research, wrote multiple publications, made advances in the field of meteorological instrumentation by measuring solar radiation, ozone, and wind energy. So Anna Mani has been earned the title of the Weather Woman of India. Next, miscellaneous astronomical observatory at the Langat Singh College, commonly known as LS College, Muzaffarpur, Bihar, is now the UNESCO list of important endangered heritage observatories of the world. The college authorities have requested the state to conserve the old astrolabe as specimen of the glorious past of the state, also to preserve and promote its heritage. This is all I wanted to discuss against this month. Just read that document as soon as this class gets over. इसको पढ़ लीजिएगा ठीक तरह से. So good day to all of you and good night to all.